Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Polov here, and the first match of the World Cup has concluded. We have Mexico 2, South Africa nil. That is how it ended, and let's talk about it. I just watched it, just finished watching it, and I'll tell you one thing. The World Cup has started weird, man. Listen, first, the opening was a little bit underwhelming. They cut it up in three parts. There was a performance, which I thought was supposed to be like the opening, and then they cut that, and then there was the flag entry with Andrea Bocelli singing, and then there was a third with Tyla, who is from South Africa. It was three different performances cut, but go watch my reaction to that, so you will know how I reacted to it. Now, the match itself, it started off very interesting. Mexico attacking, South Africa holding off until they couldn't. First goal to Mexico at the 9-minute mark. And that was a mistake by a player called Yaya Sithole. His name is Sithole, okay? Don't get that confused. And poor guy. I mean, I am genuinely sorry for the guy because he's going to get memed so badly because not only did he make a mistake that led to the first goal, but he also had a red card in the 50th minute, which was absolutely insane. And this match had more red cards than than goals itself. How can this match have more red cards than goals itself? Like honestly. And Sithole was he was it was kind of his mistake in the first goal of Mexico. And then he went and had a red card on him as well. And that's absolutely crazy, man, because this is the first match. But it sets the mood for the World Cup. They are hungry and thirsty for the win. Well, except that Mexico could have had more goals, but I feel like Mexico didn't push hard enough. They were kind of like holding back. I think they were afraid of injury, especially because South Africa was very aggressive in this match. Um, but at the same time, I think if they had pushed a little harder, they could have scored at least 3 or 4 goals. But also, the South African goalkeeper was doing a great job. He saved quite a few goals. And, there were good opportunities for Mexico hitting the post, for example, in the first half. But at the end of the day, Mexico was able to score another goal, a header by Raul Jimenez. But things got weird after that because, listen, Themba Zwane started fighting UFC, MMA, and he slapped the defender, the Mexican defender, and that was a direct red card. And at the end of the game, towards the 92-minute mark, we had Cesar Bontes, which is arguably the best defender from Mexico, getting sent off because he dropped the last man. Now, I ask you, you're up 2 goals. It's 92 minutes, 5 minutes left. You don't even know if South Africa is going to score. They had a good counterattack, they had a good advantage, but it's never 100%. It could be 95%. But listen, you have your best defender there. You have 2 more matches to go. You're 2 up. Isn't it better for you to conceive a goal? Isn't it better for you to give a goal than to drop the last man? Honestly, if it was 1 up, fine. You don't want to get that draw, fine. But you're 2 up. I don't know. I feel like that was a mistake by Montes over here. But all in all, this sets the tone for the 2026 World Cup. Did you like it? Let me know in the comments. And we're going to jump into the stats real quick. We have 15 shots on goal for Mexico against 4 shots on. Sorry. We have 15 shots in total for Mexico with 5 shots on goal, 5 shots on target. And then we have 4 shots from the South Africa, Bafana Bafana, and 3 shots on target. In fact, let me just say one thing. I know Mamelodi, and I used to live in South Africa, and I know Mamelodi, and it's interesting that some of the players were from Mamelodi Sundowns, which is pretty cool to see. It's a shame that 2 defenders got sent off from South Africa. It's gonna be very hard for them in the next few matches. They're gonna play Czechia. They're gonna play South Korea. That's gonna be very difficult for South Africa. I don't know. It's not a great start for South Africa here. Mexico lost one of their defenders. It's also going to be hard against Czechia and South Korea. Maybe, maybe they can't get through South Korea. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how South Korea plays today. We have 61 possession from Mexico and 39% possession of South Africa. We had 538 passes. Mexico was passing a lot, and they were keeping the ball. They were keeping possession. 538 passes. That's quite a lot, versus 341 from South Africa. And the pass accuracy was 91% of Mexico. And you know what? It's interesting because the first goal and other parts of the match, Mexico was really running after the ball. South Africa was also running after the ball a lot, but the first goal was a result of running after the ball, gaining control of the ball. Sithole did kind of fumble there, but still it was merit for the Mexican player who actually managed to run for the ball and get it. He got Sithole off guard. But anyways, 83% possession for South Africa. 11 fouls in this match, and for South Africa, and 12 for Mexico, which led to 1 yellow card for Mexico, 2 yellow cards for South Africa, and 1 red card for Mexico, while 2 red cards for South Africa. In total, there were 6 cards, 3 of each color. 3 red cards, while the record for red cards is between Portugal and the Netherlands in the 90s. 4 red cards. That's the we almost hit a record here. We had 1 offside each, 3 corners for Mexico, and 1 for South Africa, which puts Mexico in first place with 3 points, South Africa in second place with 0 points. But if South Korea and Czechia tie, then South Africa will be in last place. But I believe South Korea might win today, so it depends on the goal difference. And you know what? I think Mexico should have pushed for more of a goal difference so that they can have more of a comfortable campaign in the World Cup. But this was absolutely insane. And a few things that I liked about this. I like the camera of the ref cam. I like that POV. That's pretty cool. I like that they're using the VAR and they're using it's a faster pace. Like, people are getting subbed and it's faster. I feel like that worked. Some things I don't like the hydration break, but that's fine. If it was 1 minute and a half, that would be great. 1 minute, but still, all in all, it was a good start to the World Cup, and I'm excited to see more, and I want to see how it goes. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch the South Korea match. It's 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, but this one was exciting. I think they could have pushed a little bit more. I'm talking about Mexico here. And guys, is it allowed to play with a chewing gum? Because I saw one of the South African players like chewing on gum, and that's kind of dangerous if you just swallow the gum. Well, maybe not dangerous. But anyways, let me know your thoughts and first impressions of the FIFA World Cup 2026. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.